All right, have and have not fans. Now, in this video, we are going to be discussing the possibility of the Haves and Have Not Season 6, basically the 2019 season. We're talking about what is the kickoff date. Is it going to be on New Year's, January 1st, or will it be the second Tuesday, not the first Tuesday of the year, which would be on January the 8th? As far as I know, I don't believe we've gotten any official confirmation on the date, but a couple of fans have actually sent me some tweets and messaging between them and some of the cast members of the show. In particular, we're going to be talking about John Snyder and Renee Lawless, aka Jim and Catherine Cryer. Now, before we dive in, I just wanted to say that I really do appreciate all the fans who contact me with this kind of information, because to be completely honest, I just speculated that the show would just return on the 8th. I do believe that on like either a TV Guide or IMDb or one of these websites, I do believe a while ago, but it was taken down, that it said the show was returning on January the 8th. But I don't have any concrete evidence of any dates as of right now, except for what we have here. Now, let's just start with this tweet. I'll put it on the screen. Renee Lawless put this up on November the 6th, I believe. And thank you to the greatest fans ever. Blessed that you guys tune in every week. See you in January. And I'll get back to that word. Don't forget, November 27th, you can watch Have and Have Not from this first season on OWN. But underline is where it says "see you in January!" ! !1. And I was in a discussion with the follower of mine who gave me this intel, and the big question is like, hey, do you think she meant January the 1st, because there's a 1 in it and the exclamation point? But I made the rebuttal. It's possible. It really depends on if she was typing on her phone or on a laptop or a computer, because on a computer, the exclamation point, you got to hit shift to hit the exclamation point. If she was typing on her computer, she could have been saying "see you in January!" ! But I'm pretty sure we can all agree there have been times where that exclamation point or the extra exclamation point turned into a 1 instead of an exclamation point because we didn't hit the shift key. So I mean, you could say that she meant to say "see you in January!" ! Because if she meant to say "see you in January 1st," I think she would have meant to say "see you on January 1st." So even Angela Robinson did a quick video on her Instagram saying, see you all in January 2019. So of course we do know the show is returning in January, but we don't know about the date. So if I were to make a guess based off of this message alone, I would say that Catherine Cryer probably just meant to say "see you in January!" ! But the 1 was just a typo. That's just my guess there. And then he actually went ahead and messaged John Snyder on Instagram. Thanks for the response to questions. When will the promo air? What day in January is the Haves returning? And that's when he says January. And so I'm guessing that's the answer to the first question. When will the promo air? And it will air in January. Okay. And then the the response is January the 1st or the 2nd. Not sure, whatever the first Tuesday is. The first Tuesday in January is the 1st. So you're probably wondering, well, Jeremy, why are we still doing this video when it seems that, hey, it's airing on January 1st? So I did some research, and this is how deep this conversation went. So typically, the Haves and the Have-Nots does air the first Tuesday in each year. Now, the series started out in 2013 on May 28th, so obviously I'm not counting that. So I'm going to be looking at the episode 1 premieres for 2014, 15, 16, 17, and this year, 2018. So in 2014, the first episode of that season aired January the 7th. 2015, episode 1 aired January the 6th. 2016, the first episode aired January the 5th. 2017, January 3rd. So 4 years in a row, the episode premiered the first, not the second, not the third, but the first Tuesday of January. But then we get to 2018 this year. The first Tuesday was January the 2nd, but the first episode aired January the 9th, which was the second Tuesday, meaning that 2018 broke a 4-year streak, which was supposed to be 5 years in a row of that first episode airing on the first Tuesday of the year. But instead, it was on the second. But one can make the argument that maybe it was one of those things where Tyler Perry was trying to group everything together, because this year was the first time he did something completely new, which was like the Tyler Perry block. I mean, that's what I like to call it, because number one, he brought If Loving You Is Wrong back really quickly. Remember, If Loving You Is Wrong didn't end too long ago in 2017, and then he brought it back at the start of 2018. Then, of course, he had the Pains in there, as well as the Haves and the Have-Nots for like a Tyler Perry block, you know, each week. So obviously things were different. So he wanted to have things lined up, you know, all together. Not to mention the Haves and the Have-Nots aired 33 episodes this year, when typically it's a little over 20 episodes a year. So depending on when it airs in 2019, that may or may not dictate how many episodes we'll get in the upcoming year. You know, will we get like 30 plus like we did this year, or will it go back to the usual 20? But I'll say this much. Peter Parros did confirm on Twitter and Instagram a couple days ago during the Back to the Start marathon that every Tuesday between now and Christmas, Have and Have Not fans will be getting 4 to 4 episodes a night. So pretty much we're going to be getting the Back to the Start marathons every Tuesday, and it just so happens that December 25th this year is on a Tuesday. I don't know what that entails. Like, remember on Thanksgiving we had like the Greenleaf marathon, so on the Christmas will we be having like a Have and Have Not marathon? I don't know, but I will say this much: marketing wise, I think it would be incredible for the Haves and Have Nots to return on New Year's Day, given the fact that we'll have a marathon on Christmas. So why not hype things up even more with the return of new episodes on New Year's? That would be pretty damn awesome. But one can make the argument that, of course, Tyler Perry might establish another Tyler Perry block next year as well, where it'll be like Have and Have Nots, If Loving You Is Wrong, and the Pains. And even though I don't keep up with the Pains, I do follow the social media with the cast members. I do believe on this Friday, today, which is the 30th, the Pains will have their season finale, meaning that the show will return in January. So technically speaking, you know, and this is just a guess. The Haves and the Have-Nots might return on the 8th. If Loving You Is Wrong may return on the 9th. And then the Pains for their new season might return on the 11th of January. Just a theory here. But I think that if Tyler Perry is going to develop another Tyler Perry block, so to speak, then he will probably definitely air the first episode of season 6 on January the 8th. That's my prediction, because if the promos don't air until, I'm pretty sure the promos will air mid or early December, just like they usually do. And I think the first episode will air on the 8th. So if you were to ask me between the 1st and the 8th, I would probably say that I'm about 70% certain that we'll get our first episode on the 8th of January. And I'm about 30% sold that the first episode will air on New Year's. Honestly, I don't care. I mean, early 2019 is good enough for me. But this was a really cool discussion to go into, because I don't think I've ever went in depth when it comes to dates like this. Like, you're probably wondering, well, Jeremy, you go in depth on stuff all the time. But this is just fun because it just happened on a whim in a casual conversation with a fan. But in that case, just let me know what you're thinking in the comment section below. Do you think the show will air on New Year's, or do you think the show will air on the 8th? And as always, if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Of course, more videos are on the way, and I hope everyone has a wonderful afternoon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.